لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونتوب إليه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أما بعد عباد الله أوصيكم ونفسي بتقوى الله عز وجل فقد فاز المتقون وأذكركم ونفسي بقول الله تبارك وتعالى ألم نجعل له عينين ولسانا وشفتين وهديناه النجدين فلاقتحم العقبة وما أدراك ما العقبة فك رقبة أو إطعام في يوم ذي مسغبة يتيما ذا مقربة أو مسكينا ذا متربة ثم كان من الذين آمنوا وتواصوا بالصبر وتواصوا بالمرحمة أولئك أصحاب الميمنة. All praise is due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. With His divine support, we made it through the first Friday of Ramadan, and we made it through the last Friday of Ramadan, and we made it to the second Friday after Ramadan. After we have been told that there is an endless war going on between someone who sat on the chair of submission but with a rebellious mind, and he made an oath that he will make sure he will sit everywhere and be everywhere and do everything in every way to make sure that the servants of Allah will deviate from the right path, and that is Shaitan. And he asked for a time, knowing that time is the container of our success or failure. Time, which is our life. And he asked Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to delay his doom until the day when mankind are raised, when they are alive with the seeds of faith, like living after Ramadan, when they have done something good, and he will come to convince them to knock it down and forget who they are. And he asked to live until the day of judgment, so that every day he has a mission to accomplish, and that is to make the servants of Allah deviate. And he made it clear, his way plan, how he's going to do that, and through what and what he will hunt humanity, especially those who decided to stay on the path until they die, who decided to sit on the chair of submission until they die. How can we make it? While Ramadan is gone, how can we make it? While we are confronting Iblis, this dunya, ourselves, and our desire, how can we make it? We made it once. All of us sitting here, we made it once. We can make it again. When did we make it? Before we are born, we have been somewhere in a competition, in swimming, and in a hostile environment, but we made it. Before we were born, all of us underwent 3 great trials. And the first one is the competition. Out of the millions or the billions of sperms that competing and racing towards the egg to fertilize it, to prove that we are candidate to be fit in the race of life. And we all made it. When we are tiny, a very tiny microscopic sperm with no eyes, with no hearing system, but we made it. All of us, that's why we are alive. And anyone who is alive today have accomplished that 3 great trials. And the other billions did not make it. Only one to fertilize the egg. And then the environment was very hostile. It means that the sperm has to swim very fast to reach the egg. Otherwise, the acidic nature of the tract in the female will kill that sperm. Very fast, swimming upstream against the gravity to get there. And that was done. Then, as the sperm were confined in the darkness of the womb of the mother, were confined there, and were started growing. And a time came when we realized that the womb of our mother cannot hold us anymore. And the only way to get out of that place is to look down. So we turn our head down towards the opening, and we push our mother's pelvic bone to get out. ثم السبيل يسره ثم أماته فأقبره. The way out, Allah made it easy. As a baby who cannot see, yet with that weakness, we made it out into this world to start another competition. But when we look back, if we could make it when we were so tiny, invisible with the naked eye, and went through competition among the billions, and we made it in a hostile environment, and we made it. And then we were confined in that place for 9 months or less or more, and we made it. While we were so tiny, and here we are, big, with eyes and brain and hearing system. That means we can make it again. And this world is hostile, and we know it. But if we don't respect the place or the womb that gave us life, we can't make it. One of the greatest sins in our life is not to respect the womb that gave you life. It means your mother. And Ramadan was like that for us. We have to respect Ramadan. If we don't respect Ramadan, we will not make it. It gave us life. If life means to be strong in a way that fear of anything or anyone will not overcome you, and you give up the fight in this life. If you could make it then when we are tiny, we should not complain now. We are big enough, strong enough, fit enough, intelligent enough to continue the race. And the battlefield now is in this dunya, which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, فَلَقْتَحَمَ الْعَقَبَةِ. He did not pass the path which that is steep, difficult. وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ مَا الْعَقَبَةِ. And what is that difficult path? And how to pass it? It is all about making life easy for humanity. فَكُّ رَقَبَةٍ أَوْ إِطْعَامٌ فِي يَوْمٍ ذِي مَسْغَبَةٍ. Free humanity. Those who are captives or slaves, free them. Help them get out of that captivity. Feed the poor and give food to those who don't have it. And get a shelter for the orphans, and so on. That is the harvest of Islam, to make life easier for humanity. But if we don't respect the womb that gave us life, we cannot make it. So we can see our beginning is very similar. All of us, we have a common beginning. And what is that? Sperm. And all of us came from that. And through the course of life, we became different the way we handle life. But the difficulty that we're facing every day, and we will face it every day, through that difficulty, we will come to prove that we have imam. Imam that taught us we should not have negative mind, because, as it is said, negative mind cannot bring a positive life. But sometimes the problems will make us have a negative one, and we should not. Our iman should be strong enough to remind us that we made it once. When we are weak and now we are strong, we can make it again. So we pass through Ramadan to enter and live a righteous life, not to give it up. We pass through Ramadan to create a title for ourselves. We pass through Ramadan to make a credit for ourselves, credit for our families, credit for our community, credit for our country, for our nation, and credit for the world. We go through Ramadan to win a title that will be given to us from our father or our mother, that they are happy the way we are going. 3 days ago, I received a message from one of the mothers who was saying that, Imam, I heard you're going to that town. If you go there, please include Fulan in your talk. Talk to Fulan and pray for that boy. What feeling do you get from these words? A mother mentioning her son by name. Talk to Fulan and pray for that boy. You can see the distance between her conscience and her body. And why she did not say, talk to my son and pray for my son? We can see the distance that we cause sometime through the way we live our life until our parents start to lose it. And they're no longer even proud to say, this is my son, this is my daughter. And when we see in the Quran, Allah gave us a beautiful example of the ties between father and son, mother and daughter, and so on. Luqman, who was calling his son, Ya bunayya, la tushrik billah, inna shirka la dhulmun adhim. Oh my son, do not make a partner with Allah. It is the greatest sin you can commit. Ya bunayya, innaha in taku mithqala habbatin min khardalin fatakun fi safratin aw fi samawat aw fil ard ya'ti biha Allah. Oh my son, beware of Allah everywhere, every time, because He is with you. In your bedroom, at work, in the street, everywhere you are, beware of Allah because He is right there with you. Ya bunayya, oh my son, aqim as-salat. Keep your salat upright. Keep it strong. Keep it correct. Make it strong. Ya bunayya. So he keeps it, oh my son, oh my son. And today, if you behave in a way that we don't get that word anymore. And the word was used is the boy. What happened? The way we are heading, the man who is talking to you right now once was told by his father, oh my son, I pray to Allah to keep you the way the moon looks like on the day 15 of Ramadan, complete and bright and healthy, perfect. Oh my son, if goodness is hidden in the ocean, in the depth of the ocean, Allah will bring it out to you. If it is somewhere in the space, Allah will bring it down to you. If it is left or right, Allah will bring it to you. And with this credit, we can enter this world with no fear. No matter what we go through, but we remember we have two hearts that we cannot replace. The heart of my mother, the heart of my father. And if you win them, don't be afraid of anything else in this world. Because they are the two greatest hearts that you can never replace. And we should never grow above these two hearts. They are our paradise or our Jahannam. And we should make them always proud of us. And when they call us like, oh my son, oh my daughter. Not the boy, not the girl. We pass through Ramadan to hold on to that credit. And remember that the way we left the dark womb, we will never look back that way again. The only option for us is to remain alive on this planet. With the hostility in it, we can make it. With the hate around, we can make it. With the killing around, we can make it. With everything, the plot against Islam and Muslims, we can make it, and we may live until we see when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is taking the volume under our eyes, and we see it before we die, or Allah will deal with them after us. And any problem we go through, remember, we can overcome. And we have to repeat this to ourselves all the time. We can overcome. There is no problem that life can bring that you don't have what it takes to overcome. But what is my weakness? Not in my body, but it is in my mind. Why not in my body? because I can run the whole day to play sports. Strong enough to do that, but cannot stand up to pray subuh for 10 to 15 minutes. I can read so many books to become a philosopher, even to start challenging God Almighty, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but cannot read the Quran with open mind to know the truth. I can read so many books until I get gray hair in there, but cannot read well even one page in the Quran. So where is the weakness? Not in the body, but in the mind. And as we said last time, mind is the laziest organ in our body unless we push it. We have to push it and pull ourselves up against the pull of gravity. And what is that gravity? That is challenging us. The call of Shaitan, the call of our desire, our nafs, our laziness, the love we have to this dying body. And we knew our way to go down through the opening of our mother. But on this planet, the opening is towards up. We have to look up all the ways and rise to the kingdom of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But we can never do that if we abandon a book named Quran. We are bleeding to death. We are on the cross. If the world is saying that the Prophet Isa alayhi salam died on the cross, he did not die on the cross and he was not crucified. Now we are. And our hands are tied with the knives and our legs, one with YouTube and the other with WhatsApp and Facebook and others who are bleeding through this, and the Quran is not the fertilizer that keeping this plant grow anymore. Boycott the Quran. No relation no more to the father and the mother. The house became like an airport, one entrance. But everybody on the runway go to different direction. We enter through the one gate, but everyone in their own room in different worlds. We used to laugh together and cry together, but no more. What happened? Because we boycotted the Quran, and once that happened, we will become a game for those who want to play with us. We did it once, we can do it again. And Ramadan was all about choosing to live a righteous life. And as strong, fit people, we don't want the ayah in Surah Al-Munafiqin applied to us. وَإِذَا رَأَيْتَهُمْ تُعْجِبُكَ أَجْسَامُهُمْ وَإِنْ يَقُولُوا تَسْمَعْ لِقَوْلِهِمْ. When you see their body, you love it, very strong and fit and handsome. They look healthy and candidate to life. But their deeds is killing their soul. And when they speak, they have knowledge, but the knowledge that good for nothing, the knowledge that does not make them grow in this dunya or in the hereafter. What happened? We need to remember that once we are in that situation, we can never come back. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, يا أيها الذين آمنوا لا تلهكم أموالكم ولا أولادكم عن ذكر الله. O you who believe, do not let anything in this world, your wealth, your children, your job, and whatnot, make you careless about the remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala until the day when death comes to you and then we start to beg for more time. من قبل أن يأتي أحدكم الموت فيقول رب لولا أخرتني إلى أجل قريب فأصدق وأكن من الصالحين. If I have one more chance to live, I will be a charity man and I will be a good man. We have this chance now. So we go through Ramadan to choose a righteous life and to accept the challenge from Iblis and prove him wrong, because Allah is with us and not with him. And anyone who is with Allah, you will never fall down. And if you do fall down, he will lift you up again. بارك الله لي ولكم في القرآن الحكيم وجعلنا وإياكم من الذين يستمعون القول فيتبعون أحسنه. أقول قولي هذا واستغفر الله لي ولكم فاستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. الحمد لله ثم الحمد لله. الحمد لله الذي هدانا لهذا وما كنا لنهتدي لولا أن هدانا الله. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. عباد الله، قال تعالى: إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت وباركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. Dear Muslims, to summarize, let us continue with the upright life, the righteous life, and let everyone who has a father or mother to make sure that if they have different view about you, make sure that it's changed and they call you my son, my daughter, and you win their heart before that heart is gone. Otherwise, it isn't worth going through this life while we abandon a womb that gave us life. اللهم اغفر للمسلمين والمسلمات والمؤمنين والمؤمنات الأحياء منهم والأموات برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم اجعلنا من الذين يستمعون القول فيتبعون أحسنه. اللهم أحسن ختامنا وأخرجنا من الدنيا مسلمين. اللهم أحسن ختامنا وأخرجنا من الدنيا مسلمين. اللهم أحسن ختامنا وأخرجنا من الدنيا مسلمين. اللهم انتصر للمستضعفين في كل مكان وعليك بالطغاة الظالمين فإنهم لا يعجزونك يا حي يا قيوم. عباد الله، إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. وأقم الصلاة.